Hello, and welcome to our second ever episode of the Byram Blitz. I'm Matthew Levy, and alongside me is my co-pilot, Jesse Smalls. Jesse, how are we doing today?
I'm doing great. Excited to get started.
All right, so let's get started. We got a spring sports update about baseball. We got lacrosse, we got softball, we got girls lax, and then we also got our special interview with Coach Scott Saunders and ace pitcher Carson Frye. Congratulations on your commitment to Georgetown, and in doing that, it's been a lot of hard work and success. And what is the effect that Coach Saunders, your coach for the last couple of years now, what has his effect been on your success?
Oh, thank you for the congratulations. Actually, I think it was 2 years ago, my sophomore year. I used to be a catcher, and I had an arm injury down in Florida, and Coach had played another person at catcher, and that really fueled me to kind of like work harder, and I ended up just like pitching that year. I started pitching my sophomore year and just kind of escalated into what it is now. So kind of thank him for giving me that like spark that kind of like helped me really like start working harder.
And Saunders, did you know at a certain point that like he was someone special and he had a chance of going to some place like Georgetown?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, you never really know where they're going to end up, but towards the end of freshman year, we brought Carson up at the end of the year to the varsity level. We knew he had something there, but it's a credit to Carson and his family for all the work that they put in and all the summers and the showcases and the off-season workouts that people don't see. So it's all those extras that made him, get to that elite level.
When you're talking about Florida, every year the baseball team does something that no other team does besides lacrosse and softball, and that's go down for a trip and bond with each other. How important is that trip? And how much does it fuel you guys to like bond as a team, and then you guys can continue and be this team that can make a deep run?
I mean, every year it's definitely a highlight of every season. It's really fun to go down there. It's a lot warmer down there than it is up here down in March, April. But that's kind of the point in the year where we kind of like start to like learn each other better, start to figure things out to an extent. And it's where a lot of guys who like don't normally get in, they have a chance to prove themselves, and it's kind of where we start to figure out like the team that we're going to be working with for the rest of the year. So it's definitely a good time to like learn, improve, and just it's a great time. It's really fun.
Definitely been dealing with an arm injury. How's that been going? How's that opened the opportunity for other pitchers to get a chance that haven't exactly gotten the chance to shine?
Yeah, I mean, for sure. You obviously injuries, they play a big part, and it's always a shame when an injury happens, and certainly to a senior and to a key guy like Carson. But as you mentioned, it does pave the way for some other guys to step up. It gives guys other opportunities that maybe you didn't really foresee getting them a chance, and they get thrown to the fire and they get thrown in quick. And we found out a lot about a lot of different guys, both on the mound and in the field, that have to fill that void. And, the one thing about really any sport, but baseball in particular, because of the grind and the fact that you're playing every day, is it takes more than one person. So the program's bigger than any one guy.
Mm-hmm. And like last year when you guys had success, it was all due to, I think, senior leadership played a really big role. Now with the loss of Carson, even though he's still there, how do you think the senior leadership has played a role this year?
Sure. I mean, it's a key to any year. You have to be willing to a lot of the extras and do a lot of things for the guy next to you if you really want to be successful. Talent only gets you so far, but you have to be able to trust the other 20 players on the team. And, the seniors are the ones that can really, spark that and get that going. The trust and the camaraderie and, that family-like atmosphere. And that's really driven by the seniors, and it's so important to, really any team's success.
And Carson, what's important to you in being a leader to the younger guys? What do you want to emulate to them?
I just try to show the guys that like no matter what your position is, like where you stand, like in terms of, I guess like rank, like whether you're a senior, freshman. Last year we had a couple of 8th graders. It doesn't matter. Like you got to be working hard, doing everything you can to help the team. And I kind of just try to tell everyone, just have fun. It's just a game. Like you got to have fun if you're going to be playing it. And it's not necessarily about you. Like if you can do something to better the team rather than better yourself, just do it.
And over these past couple of years, you guys have had a lot of fun together as a player and a coach. What is one moment for both of you that you would cherish?
Definitely going down in Florida, just like every year, kind of like just getting inside jokes about the team that we're going to remember for a couple of years. Like that stuff never going to die, and just the memories we've made Coach gets mad sometimes. It's always a little fun to see him get a little hot-headed. But it's all in good fun. Like he loves us. He like always wants the best for us. I'm definitely gonna miss having him around and just playing for him. It's been really fun the past couple of years.
Yeah, one of the special things is when you see that group really come together and form that bond and form that family. And one of my favorite things, after doing this for so long, is seeing guys come back. And when the alumni come back and they just want to be around the program, it shows that they had such a great experience. And obviously with this group, seniors like Carson and the rest of his teammates that he's grown up with, just seeing them develop from where they were when they came into the high school in 9th grade into the men that they are now, it's special. And to see that they're about to start, end this chapter of their lives and start a new one is just really, really cool. As far as something special on the field, last year Carson had the opportunity to throw a no-hitter against Frye. And, in a big rivalry league game like that, and to see him dominate the way he did and to see the way that the team responded around him was just really one of those cool memories that I'll certainly never forget.
And one question for both of you to conclude the interview. What is one player or coach or either that you look up to, that you try to emulate at the professional level?
I don't necessarily try to specifically copy pitchers, but my favorite player, not a pitcher, he's a shortstop for the Cleveland Indians, Francisco Lindor. I would say that one thing I try to take from him is he's always smiling. He's always really happy guy, so I always try to, it's like what he does, he's always happy, and I always try to have fun and smile even when, I'm struggling or somebody else is struggling. Just try to always have fun and just enjoy every moment of it.
I guess it's just a mixture. I don't try to emulate anybody because I have to be true to myself and who I am, but I read a lot of books on coaches and watch a lot of different videos and whatnot, and you look at the greats and you look at how the process and teams go about it, like a coach like Belichick or a coach like Bill Walsh. You get into the college ranks with somebody like John Wooden and reading all his books and just seeing how the great teams and the great programs really go about doing some things and, taking care of every little detail and making sure that no stone is unturned. That's something that we really try and pride ourselves on, and, just making sure they hit on every little thing and, try and do that process like the great ones do.
Well, thank you guys for coming on. It's been a pleasure. Good luck for the rest of the season.
Thanks, guys. Appreciate it.
All right, so that was a great interview with Coach Saunders and ace pitcher Carson Frye. Just a little bit more about how they're doing right now. They're 12-5 overall, 4-1 in the league after following a bad loss to Ossining. So far, they're having a great pitching season, but they're lacking that offensive firepower, which could be the deciding factor in making a deep run into the playoffs. Now, it's transitioning to some girls' lacks.
So girls lacks this year, they're 8-7 overall with an 0-4 in the league. They just lost to John Jay yesterday, May 7th. But in that loss came with a blessing as Callie Hoffman scored her 200th career goal. What an accomplishment for her and her family, and best of luck to them this season.
Yeah, so now to some boys tennis. They're having a great season, so far 11-2, and Coach Racanelli is doing a big part in that, definitely changing the dynamic of the team and making tennis another relevant sport for Byram Hills.
And now to boys lacrosse, they're 10-5 overall with a 2-1 record in the league. Coach Johnson has really brought together a great culture there and really uniting his team behind Griffin Rackauer, the goalie that has committed to Princeton.
Finally, some girls softball. So far, they're 5-8 and 1-4 in the league. And maybe they're thinking about next season already, but they definitely have a lot of young people who could shine in next year.
So thank you for listening, and go Byram.